But we're going to go through them and just kind of see what kind of cool things we can find, because we've already seen all these cards so many times. You have got to be freaking kidding me. You have got to be kidding. So I've got some exciting news. Over this past weekend, I was able to go to a local card show. I didn't get it recorded. It was just too compact and kind of too small of a venue. Really, everybody was just kind of jammed in there. It was pretty loud. My camera would pick up all kinds of different things. I need to get a small little GoPro camera. I'm probably going to get one here pretty soon, so that when I go to these, I can, film and record and kind of showcase our interactions and what cool things we find. I went with the sole purpose, personally, of, I was taking Drew, but I was also sole purpose for myself to find any Temporal Forces, right? Still working on that set, very close. I picked up a total of 16 cards just for the Temporal Forces set, which was just amazing. I only spent a few dollars, but I did a lot of trades, right? I did a lot of really good trades. I feel like I got a lot of really good value. Being so new to this, that's one thing that worried me, was trying to get value and be able to identify value. But I've been doing a lot of research and trying to identify things. I think I'm learning a lot. I think I'm picking up on a lot of things. So I think I made some pretty good deals and trades. So just a few of them. One that I picked up that I thought was really cool. I'm not going to show you all 16, but one of them was this Raging Bolt. Now, this doesn't seem like much of a card, right? Doesn't seem like it's anything crazy. It's pretty cheap. The thing about this was the last card from the main set that I needed. So now I have all 162 of the main set. All I'm working on is, I'm going to show you in a minute, one Reverse Holo, which is just plaguing me to death, and the rest of the pulls. So I've got 12 more of the secret cards, the pulls that I need to find. I was able to pick up a lot of them from the show. I picked up 2 of the gold cards. There's 6 total in this set. I already had the Gouging Fire, so I had 1 that I pulled out of a booster box. I picked up 2 more. It's the only 2 I could find, and there's 3 more that I'm trying to acquire now. So once I can, go to another show or 2, I may be able to find those, or hopefully I can just pull them. That's the ultimate goal, but we'll see how that goes. I was also able to pick up this Iron Boulder, which this is one of the top cards in the set. It's not the top card, but it's one of them. And it's just really cool. I like the artwork here, but I got that one straight off of a trade. I didn't buy that one at all. Actually, I got all 3 of the ones I just showed you, and then the 4th one here, all through trade. I didn't buy any of those, which was really, really cool. Coolest thing that I found, coolest Temporal Forces thing that I found, though, was I was able to make some trades, and I picked up this guy. This is the top card of the set, the Raging Bolt EX. I like the card. I just think it looks really cool. There's a lot going on. It's got a Jurassic Park feel, to it, all that kind of stuff. I just think it looks really, really cool. But that is probably the coolest Temporal Forces find that I got the entire day at the show that we went to. And it was just really, really a good time. Met some really cool people. I mentioned before, one of the things that I wanted to get into this for, obviously to spend time with Drew, do something that he likes to do, and kind of hang out and have something that we can do together. But then the community was really what, another thing that kind of pulled me in and drew me in, was just how much people are supportive and things like that. And that really showed at this show as well. I did pick up some other really cool cards and some really other cool finds. I got 2 big ones that were really, really cool. One is this Pikachu VMAX. Right? It's not even the Temporal Forces or anything. I thought it was a cool looking card. I was actually doing a trade, and I just needed to kind of make it where it's fair on my end. So that's why I picked this one up. Wasn't one I was really seeking after. But one of the coolest finds outside of Temporal Forces, or really probably the coolest card that I found, was one that I just kind of wanted. I just liked it every time I've seen it. And I'm going to be completing this set here pretty soon. At least that's one of my goals. I picked up the Charizard SIR from 151. That's the top card out of the whole set. But I just think it looks so cool. It's not, graded or anything, but it's just a really cool little card. Got it in this little magnetic case, the same as this one here. But I thought those were just two of my favorite cards by far from the entire event, along with that Raging Bolt. So with Temporal Forces, I mentioned there's one reverse holo that I have not found yet and I have not come across. And unfortunately, I couldn't find it at the show because it's just not a big card, right? It's not something that a lot of people are seeking after. I did find it online. If I have to, I'll go that route. But it's this Raging Bolt. Roaring Moon. I need the reverse holo. I literally have 10 extra, not the one in the binder, 10 additional of this card. It's everywhere, but I can't find it in the reverse holo. So it's the only one, and there is a reverse holo version of this. It shows it in the book, and I found it online, but it's the only one that I have not found so far, and to be honest, it's driving me absolutely insane. So what we're going to do, my goal is on this video today, not to make it super long, I've got 2 booster boxes of Temporal Forces left. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut into both of them. I'm going to open all packs, all 72 packs, really quickly. And we're going to run through this and see what I can find. Because there's a card show coming up later on this month. And I want to pull through all of these and then see what kind of cool finds we can have. Let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to zip through this, open them up, get them all set up, and then we're going to start ripping. All right, now that is a lot of packs. So I want to zoom out just a little bit because that is a ton. All right, we're going to go through these. And like I said, we're going to go through them a lot quicker than normal. I'm not going to go through every single card. I'm not going to talk about every single card. But what we're going to do, I'll still show the code cards. But we're going to go through them and just kind of see what kind of cool things we can find. Because we've already seen all these cards so many times. You have got to be freaking kidding me. You have got to be kidding. Bruh. This is stupid. All right, I'm just. What do you do with that? First pack of the entire. Come on, man. Wow. I mean, I could have traded for a bunch of other things on that. Instead, I pull the daggum thing. Open 2 booster boxes. First pack. There you go. All right. There's that. Okay. All right. That's what we're going to do. I guess it's all downhill from here. So, we're going to still open them. I done cut the seals. I done got ready. We're going to go ahead and pull through them anyway. See what else we can come up with because we may find some other things. That floors me, you know. Very first one. Not even like out of the first box. The first stinking pack that I open. And then I get that. And I was just talking about how it's the biggest one. It's one of my favorite cards. I thought it was cool artwork. And then here I go. Pull away. If I could just find that Roaring Moon, I'm going to leave it sitting there just so that, just as a reminder, just kind of as a thought of, you know, kind of wheeling the cards in there. See what I can find. There's something else it looks like back here. I'm not sure. It may just be one of those. Yep, that's one of those little hollow borders there. But if I can find that Roaring Moon, we'll be in pretty good shape. It just kind of sucks because I'm missing 12 cards left out of this whole set. Once I get done with the set, then I don't know why I keep putting these energies up here if I'm just going to pull through them real quick. But once I get done with this set, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go through probably Paradox Rift next because I have several booster boxes of that. As you know, kind of bought the same thing as I did with the Temporal Forces here. But when I start that set, it's a little Iron Crown. So once I start the Paradox Rift, I'm going to go through that one. Actually, I did start it already because I opened a booster box of it. But once I complete that set, or in the process of completing that set, because it's going to take me a little while like it did this one, I'm going to start on 151 just because I love the artwork in it. The bad part is I opened up some ETBs not long ago on the channel. If you hadn't seen that video, definitely go back and check that out. Sizor EX, man, we are hitting on this box so far already. But with the other the ETBs that I did on that other video, almost all the pulls were traded at the show this weekend, which I didn't really want to trade them, but I did at the same time just because I wanted to complete. Gotta be kidding me. Got another one of them stupid Roaring Moons. I am so sick of this card. It's like the bane of my existence now. I mean, I have so many. I'm going to make a whole table and just glue them all to a table, because I can probably cover an entire table. I can use them as wallpaper. But the 151 cards that I had, you know, I ended up trading them all just for different cards that were in the set of Temporal Forces. So I don't count that as a loss. I count that as more of a gain and kind of a little small victory because of completing that set right now, right? And I'm so close to it. I did not get that Charizard from that. I got that from a different set or a different trade. So I did not trade any of the 151s for another 151 card. That would have been kind of weird. Mudsdale, I picked that one up this weekend as well. So this right here, man, I should have opened these before I went to that show. I could have done a whole lot of other things. I mean, that's a good little card right there. I just like the artwork on it, but picking up all the ones that I picked up this weekend. I mean, I didn't pick up the Sizor or the Iron Crown or the Wug Trio this weekend, but I already had those. But I can't believe I picked that one up. The very first card, that baffles me. That's just insanity. Oh, but what are you gonna do? You know, I don't know. Kind of lost for words for that one. That just really blows my mind. But it's okay. Maybe we'll find. I'd like to just find something else that I don't have. Get a little bit closer. You know, definitely the Roaring Moon, but I found that on eBay. It's like $1.50, which is just the really annoying part. If I can't find it and I can't pull it, I'm gonna buy it, and I'm just gonna deal with it. I mean, another Gouging Fire EX, got that one a couple times already. But if I can't find it, just gonna pull it or purchase it, pull the trigger on buying it off eBay, and just go from that way. I'd like to have found it in the show at the card show, or just like I said, pull it out of a box. But if I can't do that, it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. I'm not really all that worried about it. We just have to complete it however we can. But the 151, I think that's definitely going to be a much harder one because there are no booster boxes, just ETBs. They have the Elite, the premium, ultra premium box, which is nice, but they're a little pricier. They're like $140 for one box. But I mean, it's pretty close to having the same as two ETBs because you get 16 packs out of those boxes. So I may get some more of those, or get some of those, not some more, but get some of those at some point. And then see what we can pull out of there. But that's kind of the harder part. Some of the ETBs, I mean, you can hit like crazy, and then some of them you just get absolutely nothing. You can just get completely dudded out. That's just kind of the harder part about 151.
Another one.
I'm going to start screaming every time I see this stupid card. 12 of them now. I just cannot get rid of that one. I just want the Reverse Holo. Just one of them. I don't even care about all 12 of the other stupid ones. I just want one of that blessed card. And I have yet to find that anywhere. And it is absolutely driving me nuts. Why can I not find it? I mean, I've heard it always comes down to like one card, but man, so stupid. I got the one card that I'm trying to grab and I can't find nowhere. Oh, man, drives me crazy. Watch, I might end up finding everything else but that one card. That's what's going to end up happening. I'm going to get, like, all kinds of pulls. I mean, obviously, pulled the freaking Raging Bolt. Oh, that floors me. There's an Iron Crown that I need to pull. That's like the second highest card out of the set. It's also just a beautiful piece of artwork, and it's really, really nice. So I really want to grab that one just because that would be really cool to have both of them. I have most of the cards from the top 9. I think I'm missing a couple, like 2 or 3 out of the top 9 highest cards. I got it. Yeah, buddy. Okay, now I'm just, oh, this is starting to be so wonderful. Finally, stupid Roaring Moon has been plaguing my existence, and now I found it. Took me 12 regular ones. Now I got the good one. All right, that's fantastic. Only one that I pulled so far that I don't have. But, I mean, I'm only halfway through a booster box, and I got another one to go. So I'm going to keep on trucking because we have lots to pull, lots to open. But that is fantastic. I'm digging it. Another Sizor.
Another one.
In the same box. Same card. But that's okay. I'll just set it off to the side. They're not really worth a whole lot. The Sizor, it's not like a big money card. But that's not a big deal. It still makes up the set. I don't know how many I have. I took the duplicates that I have from this set with me to the show. I didn't really get rid of a lot of them. They're not like... The set is still new, so it's not that sought after. And ironically, a lot of people didn't even have a lot of these cards. Obviously, some did because I picked some up. But there wasn't a whole lot of people that just had a ton of... oh, look at that, double. A-Spec and the Drampa. There's not a ton that really had... a lot of people that had a ton of Temporal Forces. Even the ones that didn't know it. So I went up to a few folks and... I usually asked, because a lot of people will know, hey, do you have any Temporal Forces and stuff like that? And whenever I asked them, a lot of them just said no. And some of them said, if I do, it'll be in these binders, which means they just have no idea if they have it or not, which is fine because they had a lot of cards. Some people just had a ton of cards already. So what I ended up doing is kind of flicking through the binder. Me being so new... A lot of cards I can't look at and just know what they are on these Temporal Forces because I've been collecting the set and dedicating time to it, and I've really been like reading the book, the ETB book, the Player's Guide. Looked through that a bunch. I looked on TCG a lot, just knowing what I'm missing or what I'm after. It's really helped me to understand a lot of the cards, a lot of the set, and know what I'm trying to find. So when I was flipping through binders, I knew exactly what I was trying to find, or I knew exactly what cards were part of Temporal Forces. Plus, I mean, it's really easy when you look down here and you see TEF. That's just a code. But if you look at 162, a lot of times that's what I look for, is I look for that 162, and I see what number it is, because I just know Temporal Forces is 162. I know that 151 is 165, things like that. So I don't really have to memorize the symbol, which the newer ones don't have a symbol. I mean, they do have the TEF, but like Paradox Rift is PAR, Pelion Fates, PAF, stuff like that. But a lot of folks, whenever I asked, do you have Temporal Forces, they just wasn't sure. Being that so much of a new set, the cards aren't really that sought after and not really that valuable. My thing is, that happens, I think, a lot of times with some of these newer sets, or from what I've gathered, and maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But I've had people at the show even tell me that's the smarter way to do it, is when they first come out and they're new, complete the master set whenever they first come out, just because you're going to end up getting them for much, much cheaper, and they may go up in value later. My goal is with this binder, once I get it completed, I mean, I'm not going to buy any more booster boxes now, like from Temporal Forces, I don't think. Maybe. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm not going to right now, and it's not in the plans to buy anymore because, I mean, I'm almost done completing the whole set. But with these, it's, there's a lot of people just aren't really getting them, is what I'm trying to say. I'm babbling, I'm running off with the mouth, so I'm just going to shut that down. But there's just a lot of people that don't have them, a lot of people that don't really collect them yet. But once I get done with the set, that's kind of what I was getting at, is once I get done with the set and I put it into the binder, it's just going to be put away, right? I'm going to go through and try and find the singles at different card shows and things, collect the entire set, put them all in the sleeves, put them all in the binder. Once they're all in the binder's going to go on a shelf, and it's not going to be open for a while. I'm going to either hold on to it, maybe it grows in value, maybe I'll give it to Drew, something like that. I don't really plan on selling it right now. If I do, it'll be a while, just because I'm working through trying to collect it. I want to build a good solid collection. But I did, at this show, come across a vendor that we were talking to and looking at some of his items and things. And he had a full 151 set, full master set. There's Metagross. Got a couple of those. Actually, I traded a good bit of those, so I'm glad I pulled that one. I do like this card. I mean, I have the card in the set, but that's just a cool looking card to me. But that one I got rid of. 2 of them I had extra just because of trading out. But the gentleman that had the 151 master set, we were looking through it and just kind of checking it out. It's a nice little set. It was in the 151 binder that you can get. And he wanted $800 for that. So it's not bad. I mean, I don't think it's like massively overpriced considering some of the cards and things that are in it. But regardless, that's kind of the next set we're going after. I mean, look at these pulls. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely one of the most insane boxes that I've ever opened. I mean, this is wild to pull this many out of one booster box. Look at this. Sizor EX, Cinnamore EX, Metagross, Ferrigiraffe EX, the Roaring Moon, finally, Reverse Holo, another Prime Catcher. That's a great card. That's actually, I think, the highest A-Spec card in the set. The Drampa, Iron Leaves EX, got a 1,000 of those. Gouging Fire EX, got a bunch of those too. Bug Trio, 2 Sizor EXs in the same box. That's funny to me. Mudsdale, really cool. Just picked that one up the other day at the show, trading out for that one. The Iron Crown EX, and oh my gosh, I just can't get over this Raging Bolt EX once again. I mean, I saw it in the binder, in somebody's, the guy that I traded. I saw this one in the case and was just from the top. I mean, all I saw was like that. And I knew what it was, and I was like, oh, I got to get that. So pulled it out, had him pull it out, looked at it, done some trades, and then, of course, I pulled it 2 days later. Just whatever. That's just how it goes sometimes. But it's okay. I will stick with it. I'm going to keep going with it. And we're going to keep going with this other box. So a little bit longer video today, but a lot of packs, a lot of really good pulls, a lot of cool stuff. Not a lot of big, not a lot of big money cards. I'm not saying I didn't pull anything, but not a ton. And there's Excadrill. Traded for that one this weekend. So that was just another one that I ended up trading out for. Let me fix this bulk because I am about to make a mess. If y'all don't know me, I can be kind of clumsy. And if I have a big old stack of cards from all this bulk I just grabbed, I can end up making a mess. And most likely, I will. So, I'm going to put that... I had to fix that and put that off to the side. I'm kind of debating. I'm actually going to go back. And I'm kind of glad I'm pulling some of these dupes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these dupes that I'm pulling today. I'm going to take the ones that I traded for because I know which ones that I got on trades. Bianca's Devotion. All the ones I got in trades. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look and see the condition. If the one that I'm pulling today is in better condition, I might replace it just so that I have the better card in there because I have the fresh pack card instead of one that may have some issues around the side, could have some whitening because it has corner damages, things like that. So I'll at least have some alternates that if I need to, I can replace on the set and make the set just really, really nice, right? And I can make it to where it's in prime condition. Most everything that I've gotten in that set, I've pulled.
Bruh.
This is ridiculous. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just funny. I should have opened them before I went to that card show. Because this is another one. I traded a card and I ended up getting both these from the same vendor. Actually, I got these two and these two all from the same vendor. All at the same time. I could have just... whatever. Could have got so much more. Because I already had them. But now, lesson learned. It's what I get. I don't... It's funny. It's the way that it goes. But I'm not that upset about it. I can really do some cool stuff with some of those. I mean, this one here is really nothing. I'm not going to do anything with that one because it's just not really a big money card. Maybe it's something. We'll see. Maybe I just end up doing a whole nother set altogether. Or most of the set. That would be kind of cool. I could do a whole set and do a big giveaway and just give the entire set away because, I mean, most of these regular cards I have so many of because stupid Roaring Moon.
Another one.
Just because I've opened up so many packs, so many booster boxes, so many ETBs that I can make a whole nother regular set probably 3 or 4 times. I may end up doing something like that. That would be kind of fun. The EXs and stuff like that, I think I've got most of those even. So I could probably do most of the set more than once. I may pull them out and just see about doing that. Not the reverse holos. And not all the secret cards. But I may just look and see. I may keep them and you know, do like a little surprise gift for somebody. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna do something with them. I've got boxes and boxes of Temporal Forces bulk back here. I mean, just like old ETB boxes that I just took the bottom trays out and just really kept them. So I don't really get rid of a whole lot, especially when it's cards that I don't need to get rid of. If I can just put them off to the side for whatever I need. Actually, I went through the other day trying to find this Roaring Moon. I went through all 4 boxes, and there's just so much. I do have them already sorted out between regular and reverse holos. I was putting them in order. Like, I was keeping them all in, like, grouped by number. I don't have that much time. I have some free time sometimes. Just so I can dedicate to do this. And at night, not normally. Not like that. So I just kind of have them in there. I can go through and sort them. This is killing me. Great card. Great card. Great card. One after another. All ones that I either bought or traded for this weekend. I'm going to end up looking at it. Watch. I'm going to pull all 16 cards that I traded for this weekend. That would be amazing. And that would be stupid. And if I do, I'm going to make whole another set. That's just, it's comical, but it's one of those I gotta laugh to keep from crying kind of things because I just traded off so many cards this weekend. There's another card show coming up, kind of local that I knew about at the end of the month. And one reason I wanted to open up these 2 booster boxes was to check them out, see what I can find out of here that's worth trading, so that when I go to that show this week, the end of the month, I'd have something worth trading because I just traded up most of my stuff. But I don't want to do it with the exact cards that I just bought or traded for and got rid of. There's something back here in the back of this. I can see the edge of it. And fair draft again. We pulled that one in the last booster box. And I pulled it a couple weeks ago in another booster box. So, took me a while to find that one, but once I did, now the floodgates are open. Kind of like this Raging Bolt over here. Just insanity. First pack. It just kills me. Just kills me. Because I could have just opened it up and... Oh well. I got an extra, so that's okay. I can at least get some money back out of that one, because that's a good $70 to $80 card. Somewhere in that range. I mean, of course, when you trade or when you sell, if you don't know this, when you're trading... you know, whoever you're trading with, most likely if you go to a card show and you're dealing with vendors, they're going to give you maybe standard is like 80% on trades and 70% on buying. So if they buy it, they're not going to give you 100% what the card shows its value is, because they need to turn a profit. So, you know, there's different reasons and different purposes for that. But they you're not going to get like 100% for it. So if the card's showing that it's worth 80, I'm not going to get $80. I'll get, you know, a little bit less than that. So I think it's about 75. I think that's what they typically go for, what most vendors and folks are selling them for. I'm thinking too, so this is something to kind of keep in mind with a lot of these bulk extra ones that I'm getting, especially these EXs and these bigger pulls. Really contemplating opening up a little Macari store through the Poke Chamber and having that where I can sell some of these bigger ones. And if I go to some shows, then I can end up pulling some in, maybe get some slabs. That's something else I want to start looking into. I didn't get any slabs this weekend. They had a bunch, obviously, being at a card show. I didn't get any just because I was so hyper-focused on getting Temporal Forces and getting the cards that I need for the set. And that was like my main purpose and my main thing, was just trying to get this set done. So that kind of kept me from looking into the slabs. I seen this Charizard SIR from 151 that was in a mint 10. I mean, it's pricey. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
Another one.
Come on. Can't find it. I mean, it ain't been that long. It's only been a couple months, but I've opened how many packs? Can't find the blessed card. Now I get 2. Oh, you sorry thing. That just... Pokemon packs are just mocking me and making fun of me at this point. They're just bullying me. That's all it is. I feel bullied. I feel targeted. I mean, there is no other way to really look at it. And then, oh, here it comes again, the regular one, just to slap me in the face. Stupid Roaring Moon. Of all cards, I don't like that one. That is the card that's driving me crazy. I keep getting haunted by that same stupid card. But, you know, at least I got the Reverse Holo once. I mean, I got it twice. If I do look at making another set, at least that's one I ain't got to go find. I do have a whole one of the boxes that I have back here behind me on the bookshelf, the old ETB boxes. One of them is just full of Reverse Holos. And it's not the, I mean, obviously I only have the one extra Roaring Moon now. It's not a full set of them, I don't believe. I haven't actually, keep hitting the camera. I haven't actually counted them out and checked them and done a full inventory of what I would be missing. May do that later on, but I know there is a full box, and there's a lot of them. The others that I have, the other full box, is just a ton of, you know, full regular, these regular, you know, base set cards. I say base set, not like the old school base set. Cincino, again, it's going to be every single one that I traded for this weekend, because Cincino was one of them. I'm going to end up having all 16 cards. I'm going to add them up, and I'll do a little caveat after this video is done, and I'll count up, and I'm going to look at which ones I pulled and how many duplicates I just pulled versus how many ones I traded for this weekend. Just the ones that I traded for over the weekend. I'm actually kind of curious, because I see 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, right here. I know there's at least 4 or 5 on the other set that we just got done with. So I probably pulled at least half the ones that I traded for this weekend, and I still got several packs over here left. Got like 8 packs left. So, I mean, we may not even be done with the pulls yet. And look at all the ones that we've already pulled. You know, we pulled so many on that first booster box, that last box. I wouldn't be surprised if we pulled a few more out. I mean, really, there's just so many that are coming out of these boxes. That's one thing I love about opening these booster boxes like this, is you're destined to find something good. May not be something super, super big, but it's a lot of pulls to pull out of a couple booster boxes here. And another Sizor EX. Pulled that one on the last. Goodness gracious. There we go. All right, I'm going to get you seasick, knocking you around a little bit. There's that clumsiness. I told you. I wasn't making it up. I'm not just making fun of myself and putting myself down. I know. I've met me. I've been around me for a little while. I know I'm clumsy. I know I'm butterfingers. My mama used to say I'm too big for my own good. I used to bump into everything. And you can see I'm not joking. I still do it. Prime Catcher, once again. Outstanding. Another really good one. It's one of those good A-spec cards. I didn't think these were much of anything, to be honest, as far as collecting. But I've looked them up, and they're actually really good. Like, there are some decent ones. They're not, like, you know, super, super crazy, but there's one of them. I want to, maybe it is a Prime Catcher. That's like $10. Some of them are $5. I mean, they're not bad. I do have a bunch of them in my trade binder right now. Took with me to the show. Nobody wanted them. But that's okay. I kept on to them. Everything that I take up there, if somebody doesn't want it, it's fine. You know, there is no big hurry. There is no big craziness that I have to really get rid of them at that particular time. I can hold on to them and do different things with them. Like I said, I may put them on Macari, may build another set. A lot of things I can really do with a bunch of duplicates. There's not really a necessity or a big have to, big push to do something really quickly. I hate you. Really? I'm gonna start a freaking fire. I may actually start looking at covering a table and put some epoxy on a whole bunch of Roaring Moons, just because that is the card that is just taunting me. At this point, Pokemon is taunting me with the Roaring Moon card. It's just, it really is. All right. A lot of packs. 71 down. Last one. We got some great pulls. I mean, we have pulled some fantastic cards. I want to see if we can pull one more decent one. That would start it off with this guy. How cool would it be to pull out one more just super duper card? There is something back there. I don't know what it might be, but it's probably something. Oh, yeah, okay. Koraidon EX. So it is a pull. It is something. Not really something great, but it's something anyway. I mean, I can't complain regardless of how I look at it, considering how many cards we pulled out of this. I mean, look at these again. Prime Catcher, Sansino, Incineroar EX, Koraidon EX, Sizor EX, Iron Leaves EX, Iron Crown EX, another Iron Leaves EX, the full art version, or the illustration rare, whatever you want to call that. Fairy Giraffe EX, Sawsbuck, the Awakening Drum, the Raging Bolt EX. Can't believe I pulled that one too. Just, it's wild. Bianca's Devotion, and the Excadrill. So it's not as bad as I thought. It's still kind of funny. Some of the ones that I pulled this weekend, traded for this weekend and picked up at the show, Mudsdale. That's a really cool looking card. You know, I love these, the artwork that's on these. They just get better and better and better. I love the fact that we have the big guy here, and then we got the little baby one over here that's trying to do the same thing. That just kind of cracks me up. But got this one at the show this weekend. The Cincino, I have the other one. I think it's called a Mincino. But this one right here, I did not have. I have 182, the one right before it. But I picked this one up at the show this weekend as well. Sawsbuck, this is a really cool card. Definitely picked this one up this weekend. I think I'm missing 165, the card right before it. But that's, one of the few that I'm missing. But I picked this one up. Of course, I mentioned the Raging Bolt EX. Not a big special card, but it's special to me considering that's the only one out of the main set that I was missing. I just could not pick that one up and couldn't find it anywhere. The Excadrill, I think that's a cool looking card. I just love this artwork. Again, I think the artwork on some of these cards is just fantastic, and this is definitely one of them. This one, I didn't really even identify that one when I picked it up at the card show. But I looked down here and just noticed the Temporal Forces and the 162, and then, you know, I kind of realized that is one that I needed. And then the mother lode of all mother loads, of course, we picked up the Raging Bolt, and then we pulled it. So that's just ironic. The one that I pulled or traded for was in immaculate condition. It was in one of these cases. I took it out of the case just to put it in my sleeve. That way I can put it into my binder and make it the complete set, which is why I was staying away from the slabs and the graded cards. But I may do some graded cards later on. I may look at this one. There are some cards I want to send off to get graded. This one may be one of them. I don't know. But I'm going to look up the value, see what it would be to grade it, what it's worth ungraded, all those kind of things, what the difference is, and we'll see. I'm going to add this Roaring Moon. I think I'm going to check through and make sure. Pretty sure this is the only one that I pulled, was this Roaring Moon Reverse Holo that I needed. And then I'm going to go through all this bulk, and I'm going to go through the sets that I have and just see how close I would be to completing it a second time. Because if I have it once and I can complete it a second time, that may be something that I can either sell, give away, probably give away. I'm not really sure. It really just going to depend. So appreciate you coming along and joining the video. Make sure you do all the things, all the buttons, hit all the little bells, whistles, whatever you want to call them. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it out, all those kind of things. And then stick around in a couple weeks. Planning on going to that card show. I'm going to try and get a camera before I go there. If I can get one to come in, find the one I want, and all those kind of things. I like to do some shopping around. If I can get a good camera, I'll take it. I'll do some video and some recording there, and then I'll take all these cards I have, all the ones that I just pulled, maybe some more. I'm planning on opening up a good bit more boxes before I go to the show. That way I can do some really good trading. Even if I get the Temporal Forces done, I want to start on the 151. I have these, wrong side. I have these booster boxes here, and I've got some more back here of Paradox Rift. So I'm going to start on that set next. And start doing some things differently with that. And then, like I said, 151, I'm really going to dive a lot harder and deeper into that and just have some fun with that. My goal is to really create a bunch of sets and to collect a lot of master sets or full sets. And when I do, it's going to be things to include like these reverse holos as well, just to make it a little bit more unique. So appreciate you coming along. Make sure you stick around for other videos. Make sure you turn on that bell so you know when I'm releasing some other videos. And I will see you all next time.